Hey, all you fucking cake eaters. Holla. Child's
Casino, yes. Rat themed. I'm gonna fart. It goes bikers, Latin kings, and then Bloods and Crips.
So immature that even the word nipples still, I'm like,
We're gonna sell burp videos.
Hey man, I hope you feel real good.
Where's the dumpster?
Alright, hey you guys!
Welcome back.
Friend Time Podcast.
Lots of hands are happening, you already know that. Because it's me, Julie.
And me, Amanda, and I just hit my mic stand. I'm sorry if that made a weird noise. So we're trying again to do video because we actually charged the camera this time.
Yeah.
Because what happened last time was we had the camera set up and then our audio settings got weird. So we spent like 3 hours fighting that, but we forgot to ever turn the camera off that whole time.
You
so
know.
by the time we got everything set, the camera was on 2%. It was a whole thing.
It's just always been a process. But like,
it's a learning
we're here
curve
for
because
it.
we're not good at electronics.
We're not good at electronics.
No, but we're here.
And you're here. Is this
Welcome
episode
back.
4? And I know I said I wouldn't say that, but I said it. So come fight me about it.
Listen, we're just going to say it, and then if we don't say it, don't give us a hard time.
It's going to be
That's what
spliced
we're
out.
doing.
It's just going to be a hard splice. It's going to be like, hey guys, so this is Sunday.
Don't worry about what day it is.
Also, I apologize in advance if my voice is a little less sensual than usual.
Sensual.
Which, good lord. You told me, and someone else has told me, like, oh, your voice sounds very nice on the podcast. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I was at comedy one night, and one of our friends, Greg, was like, oh, and Julie on the podcast, her voice is like liquid chocolate. Because he has this voice, and he has a voice that's like velvet.
Yeah.
So for him to say that, I was like, you know, because when you admire someone and then they give you a compliment, like, you like his voice, he says he likes your voice, so it means more, you know?
It does mean a lot, and especially since I think I have the worst
It's
voice
no
in the
freaking
world.
Mickey Mouse over here saying,
Yeah,
like, your
boy!
Yeah, then you're like...
Or it's not one of those, like, hey man, I hope you feel real good, you know? Because that's not great at all. Did you already open that?
Okay, wow, no, but I'm gonna right now.
Yeah, because I need to wet my whistle. Okay, you've got, what do you got?
I actually went Mexican. I went Corona Extra.
Okay, and I
La
went...
Cerveza Más Fina.
I went for the champagne of beers, but I got the 32-ouncer.
She got a thick boy.
Alright, so let's open this up. I feel like this might explode.
I hope not.
Oh.
Go,
Ooh,
baby.
Why'd that sound like I was opening a fucking oil drum?
Texas Black.
Cheers. Ooh, look at that. Foam.
What
Nice.
is that noise?
Your dog. Doing
What's
what
she-
you do.
Oh.
Being obnoxious. But yeah, so my voice is a little gone because last night I went to Unfun at my favorite bar that I go to, and Unfun's an emo night. So it's just a bunch of like scream singing into your friends' faces with all the emotional...
Not good for saving your voice.
No, I woke up today and I hadn't talked to anybody since I woke up, and Amanda and I always send each other voice messages and video messages, and I was like, oh dude, this is the first time I try to talk to somebody.
Yeah, she was jacked up.
But so, yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better now, but it's just not top notch, so
Hey,
I apologize.
it's okay. We've got what we got here, baby.
Yeah, and you know what? We've got some other audio we're going to play later in the show that could be questionable as well, so it all just fucking blends together at this point, so who cares?
Okay, I would like to get into that sooner rather than later.
Oh, really?
But I do want to tell you before I forget about last night.
Yeah, I was scream singing songs of our youth. Where were you?
Okay, so
I don't even know if I could pronounce where you were at.
I had a show last night in this town called Umatilla, or Umatilla, some of them were saying.
Oh, they were like enunciating the U?
Yeah,
Oh.
it was Umatilla. It's in North Central Florida, and it's like an hour northeast of Orlando. And so I go there, and it's this real small town, like nothing's really open, and it's a Saturday night, like, so Gators was the poppin' place.
Oh,
And
they had a
honest-
place called... I love it when places... All Florida...
Yeah, I know.
Small town places have somewhere called Gators.
But honestly, it was a cool establishment. It was a cool brick building, and they have a restaurant in one area, and then you walk down a hallway, and then they have a bar and a showroom. Like, they have a stage in there, and then they have a nice wooden bar. The bar staff was great. But the next little town over called Leesburg was having their annual Bike Fest.
Yes.
And when I say the next town over, it was like you go 3 lights away and you're in Leesburg. So they had got done with their bike festing for the day, and they came into the bar that we were having our comedy show at.
God.
They were not having it. We were getting heckled by
bikers. Yeah.
And honestly, listen.
And you don't say like, "Hey, fatso, sit down and shut up."
No, you sure don't, because they kept saying "be quiet" and they did not be quiet. Like the men on the show were saying "be quiet" and the bikers were not being
Dude,
quiet.
they're outlaws. Come on.
Well, listen, I've watched every episode of Gangland. Bikers are the scariest group of gangs, I feel like, to me.
Oh, just because
it goes bikers, Latin Kings, and then Bloods and Crips.
That's what freaks you out the
To me,
most.
that's the hierarchy of scariness of gangs.
No, I get it.
Because biker gangs are fueled on meth, and meth will make you do anything. You'll do anything on methamphetamines, I'll tell you.
It's methed up. It's really messed up.
Yeah, okay, so we go to Umatilla. I think I was 4th. I go on stage 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a joke about nipples, okay? And it's not like super sexual or anything. It's
Damn,
just
not
like,
while I'm drinking.
It's just
Why
like,
am I so immature that even the word nipples still I'm like I mean, obviously as on screen
'Cause
right
that's
now
how it
there's my
goes.
name with the word fart next to it. Just because.
That's how it goes, baby.
Yeah, that's how it goes.
So,
that nipple joke is great, by the way.
okay, yeah, okay, so I tell the nipple joke, and all of a sudden the bikers perk up. They're like, what'd you say?
I'm sorry. That was great. Also, I'm here to celebrate you. I'm like, yes. They perked up. Get it, girl.
Yeah, the nipple joke perked them right up.
Nah.
So then, like, I kind of got them on my side a little bit. It was still a little bit rough here and there. They're still talking, whatever. But, like, there was a couple jokes that would get their attention. And there was a core audience who was actually paying attention and stuff. And
Right.
they were with us the whole time. But then there was bikers in the corner who were
Doing
making
whatever
it
the hell they
difficult.
wanted.
Yeah, to hear. So anyway, after the show, I go over to get water. And these bikers come up to me and they were like, hey, listen. What you said about, we didn't really quite understand that joke you had about the nipples, so maybe you could show us.
Oh, hell no.
Okay, listen, yeah, hell no, obviously, but
Ew.
listen. This is the thing about bikers and rednecks in general. I have been around enough NASCAR events. I know how to pacify a redneck and get out with my skin still attached.
Right.
I know what they want to hear. I know what topics we can all laugh and have a
Yeah.
good time about. So I totally like diffuse the situation. Well, I was like, listen, this is what you're going to do. You're going to get on your phone and there's a thing called Google. You can see anything you want to see on there. And he got his glasses out. He was like, look, can you show me where it says that? I was like, yeah, right here.
Oh, he was like going along with it?
Yeah,
Okay.
so I was like, oh my god. Like, they just want a little bit of attention.
That's
They're
all
so,
it was.
I know.
Yeah.
And they could have
And
been...
to kind of rattle you to make you feel kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah, well then, listen, by the end of the conversation, they said, no, for real, we really liked your jokes, blah, blah, blah. If you're ever in New Smyrna Beach, come to our bar. And he was wearing the shirt of the bar. It had the name of it. He said, this is our local hangout. You'll get drinks all night. Come here. First of all...
Guess where we're recording from next week.
Exactly. Oh my god. We're going to be dancing on the tables.
Dude,
Like,
let's go.
we can be the queens of some biker bar in East
Dude.
Florida.
I went to that...
East Florida? The East Coast. Oh my god.
I went to that bike fest 2 years ago.
In Leesburg?
Mm-hmm. That's where I got a motorcycle accident. And you know what was really weird is that night that I'd gotten in that motorcycle accident, I'm fine, is there was a shooting, like, downtown where, like, all the events were going on. I'm like, dude, was I meant to fall off that fucking bike?
Yeah,
Isn't that kind of weird?
Well, yeah, I mean, falling off a bike's better than getting shot, I guess.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of things. Oh, wait, but at the very end of the Umatilla show, this just reminded me. So...
This is upsetting, honestly.
Yeah. Okay, so let me just put this out on the line here. In the state of Florida, I have my medical marijuana license, so I can get high if I want to. So after but I don't usually like to do comedy high. It's not my thing. I like to actually enjoy my set.
Yeah.
Anyway, so after I go up, then I went outside and I had myself a little fun time. So I come back in.
myself a little fun time.
Yeah. I come back in to enjoy the rest of the show, and at the end of the show, they said, "Okay, let's bring up all the comics." And I thought we were just going to do like a clap out. No. They wanted to play a game. Okay, so they go up and down the line of comics and they say everyone's name and like one more round of applause for them. And then they say, okay, we're going to play a game. The audience yells, I'm going to say sex with so-and-so is like, and the audience yells something out, and whatever the audience suggests, the comics have to make a joke and riff off of that.
Oh God! At least I thought you were gonna say that we're gonna make you have to make a sound effect based on that adjective.
No.
Could you imagine?
So listen.
That'd be worse.
So
honestly.
they did it. There was me and another lady on the show, and she was like, she was a good amount older than me.
Yeah.
And so, like, somebody said for her, like, it would be like going to the library. I don't even know what that means, but it was an
Dusty.
insult. It felt like an insult.
Yeah.
And then
Doing
for me,
decimal
they
system?
said that it would take too long because I was doing my fro.
First of all,
Okay, first of all, yeah, we were in the freaking
first of all, I'm
hick town.
triggered.
I know. And I didn't know what to say. So I'm high at this point. I'm on stage in front of a bunch of rednecks, and I'm like, ugh. And all I could think of to say, I was just like, well, yeah, it is a lot like a fro because I haven't gotten waxed in a long time.
Oh my God, that's really funny.
I didn't know what to say. And then I
Yep.
forget what the other thing. Oh, and then they went up and down the line, and we all had to go riff off of a superpower. And I forget what mine was.
Can we get off of Avengers' dick real quick,
It was
please?
just... I don't know. It was very uncomfortable.
Also, here's the ending to Avengers. You want to know what happens? I don't fucking know. Snape kills Dumbledore.
I saw, listen, we went out to lunch today, and I was telling Julie that I saw the nerds fighting online because people were doing spoilers.
Yeah.
What kind of
Which that's pretty fucked.
Yeah,
Like,
what kind of sicko lives
sicko.
for spoilers?
You fucko. It's
I mean,
true.
that's just like that's like going around to kids and being like, hey, guess what, kid? You know, the Easter Bunny's not real. Like, why?
Santa's not real.
Why would you do that? That's not your place.
Pop in a kid's balloon.
Yeah, shut up. It's not your place.
Right? Pardon me, I just don't want to do that directly into my microphone.
No, it's okay. We can cut that.
Yeah.
So...
No, spoilers are honestly... But then there are the people that didn't see fucking... I don't know... the Sixth Sense. And they're like, spoilers, don't talk about it. I'm like, bitch, that's from 1999. I can talk about it if I want to.
I think that spoilers only pertain... I think there is 2 solid months. I feel like that's fair. That you shouldn't just openly be talking about stuff in a mixed audience.
Yeah.
I feel like that is more than fair.
Oh, I've had straight up shows ruined for me because I didn't catch them the night they aired.
Yeah, that's
And
what
then the
I
next
mean.
day I'm like, well, cool, tight.
I feel like that gives everyone a fair shot to go see it. And by that point, you know who has seen it and who hasn't. You can talk to those people who have about it. You don't have to go posting all about it on the internet.
I know.
I just
Post your fucking workout routine and your food like you usually do and go back to scheduled broadcasting.
Well, the thing is, it's like, I feel like a lot of people forget that text messaging exists. They think that every communication needs to be on Facebook for everyone to see. I'm like, you can have a private conversation about that too.
Right,
You know?
or join a message board. Have you heard of Reddit?
Yeah. Oh.
I know you have, nerd, so go join it.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry if I'm extra sassy as well today. I'm just really...
I know. Julie was like, I have a headache and I'm grumpy.
I know, I did say that. I was like, I'm really grouchy. She's like, okay, Oscar. I'm like, meh.
We
So
went to-
she's like, we should go get a beer. I'm like, let's go get a beer.
We went to Ross, and because I was looking for new work pants, because they're cracking down the hammer on our dress code violation.
Man, that dress code violation shit, you can't mess with it.
I know, and now that I'm a supervisor, I have to really be for real.
Lead by example.
Yeah, so I can't come in in jeans when they said don't wear jeans. Like how I have to lead by example, which gay, but I'm doing it. So I've just been wearing dresses every day because I literally do not have one pair of slacks. I Marie Kondoed my closet at the beginning of the year.
Love it.
And we've been able to wear jeans for all 7 years that I've ever worked for this company. And so
Now they're like, no denim.
I pull out the slacks. I was like, I haven't worn these in 2 years and they don't bring me joy. Bye-bye.
Oh, shit.
2 months later, they were like, yeah, by the way, if you come in this, and this, it's a violation and blah, blah. And
We're changing it up. And
I
you're like,
know. I was like, can I go to the Goodwill and be like, excuse me,
where's the dumpster? That
yeah,
you
I was
threw
like,
the
I think
pants
I
in?
dropped some stuff off here.
Oh
Can
my
I go get a couple things back? They'd be like, ma'am, get the hell out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Is that dog okay? Alright. That was interesting.
We just heard like a yelp.
Yeah, we just heard a crazy yelp outside that I couldn't tell if it was a human, a child human, or an animal. It was...
A child, human, or an animal.
It was one of those things. That was wild. Yeah, the change up slacks. I can't fuck with that. I'm like, give me dresses or give me death.
I know, so I've just been wearing dresses and leggings because they did not say we could not wear leggings. They just said no denim. So I'm skirting the system until somebody yells at me.
Again with the thing, the skirting the system.
But not.
But not. I know you. Don't
It
really
doesn't
fuck
say.
with skirts.
Listen, if they, this is how I live life pretty much. If they don't expressly tell me not to do it, I'll do it. But if they say you cannot do this, I'm not gonna. I don't defy set ground rules. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if there's gray area, I might.
It's
I
a
might test you.
suggestion.
Yeah,
It's a
I might test
suggestion.
the waters.
Yeah. I got you.
If someone flat out tells me a superior, you cannot do this, and it's something that's not like morally corrupt, I'll be like, okay, I don't care. Like,
right.
I'll follow the
What's
rules.
it gonna do for me?
Yeah, I'll follow the rules, and that's why I keep getting promotions.
And that's why I'm kicking ass,
Yeah.
taking names. Hell yeah, dude.
I'm ready for these videos, honestly.
Oh, the
I feel
audio?
like they will set the tone for the rest of this episode.
Yeah, let's get into this. So I've had these on my hands for a little while
At least
now.
about a year.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think it was like last winter.
Yeah.
And here's the backstory to this. So this was somebody who was talking to somebody on an online dating app. They had matched. However, he was blind. So the only way that they could communicate was through voice messages and just, sending each other a voice message back and forth, so on and so forth. Well, the girl recorded these and sent them to her friend and was like, holy shit, you need to hear this. And then the friend showed me, and so...
and just keep in mind that we're all about a good fart, dick, butt,
no, this
boob,
is just
all
phenomenal.
jokes. All that kind of stuff is right up our alley, so when we heard these, our dreams had just come true.
I mean, this is just, this is everything I would honestly ever hope for when someone goes, hey, listen to this crazy conversation.
Yeah, listen to this real life peep into someone's real life world
Yeah.
that's out of control.
Yeah, so...
Like, not out of control, but just like, you'll never believe
It's
it.
just wild.
Yeah, do what you will, but you're like, oh my god, I want to hear this.
Oh, I want to hear more of it. Yeah, not even like read the guy to filth, it's just very
No, to
interesting.
be a fly on the wall. I want
That's
to
it.
creep on like what this person's doing behind
Yep.
closed doors.
Yep, so this is audio, so this is the male sending the messages to the woman, and I don't have any of her responses or anything. All I have is his, and he is from...
It's enough.
Yeah, he is from England, so he has an accent, so kind of, if you're not good at understanding those type of accents, you might have to listen a little bit harder. I'm just going to put this guy right into my microphone. There's 3 messages.
Oh no, I can definitely do long sessions. Don't worry about that. So I'll tell you my fetish, because I'm not embarrassed about it at all. It's my biggest turn on. If you do it, then you'll be the first girl to do it. And I'm being pretty straight up front with you again. I think it's extremely sexy, and I really love it when girls fart. It doesn't get any weirder than that. I just like it. I'll explain why. Maybe it is because I'm blind, but...
Okay, I don't know if you heard what he said, but he said he likes it when a girl farts. So there's that. So we'll just continue on.
I like it because obviously I like girls' arse. It's my favorite body part, 2, because they have the confidence to do it in front of me, and 3, because women are usually very clean, and it's kind of nice to see them being dirty. And I like it because you don't really see girls fart in front of guys. So that's my fetish. So if you was to fart around me, or admit to it kind of thing, or I could smell when you did kind of thing, that'd really turn me on. And obviously I'd be willing to do anything you want me to do as well. But that's my biggest turn on. And it is a bit strange, so I understand if it's not for you. But I'm glad you're not, weirded out when you're actually up for this kind of thing, because obviously you said you just got out of a relationship. I've the same about a relationship just over a year ago. I was in for quite a while. Went on a few dates, but again, I'm just looking for something casual myself, so.
That's the first message. So, and it all actually, it makes sense. Like, he's a blind guy, so it's like...
It does make sense, but you know what I always...
experiencing the different senses that you do have,
Yeah, they're more intense, and I'm not faulting him for that. Whatever. There's people who have their sight who want to smell farts. I'm not judging that, but I'm just wondering...
Yeah, he wants to hear and smell it.
But when you're into that kind of thing, something that not everyone would might not be into. When do you broach that subject? Do you do it right away to weed out the people who are an absolute no, or do you wait until you're comfortable with someone, but then what if they hate it and then it's like a problem?
I just think kind of do what he's doing and just kind of get it out there. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I honestly could be that honest up front, but like it does take away a lot of the process for someone to be able. Someone's either gonna know right away if they're gonna be able to fuck with that or not.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, I guess it's one of those like don't knock it till you try it things. I guess.
But I mean, the fart thing, that doesn't seem like that big of a deal to me, honestly.
If a guy was like, if you could fart and tell me and I could smell it, come on, dude. You know you'd be like...
No, that's...
I think you'd be like, oh, I'm capable of doing that. I don't think you'd be like, oh, okay, baby, I'll do that for you.
I mean, I wouldn't prefer it, but if that was the only weird thing about them and everything else I loved, that's a livable with thing.
You think so?
I'm gonna fart. I mean, in my life, it's gonna happen. So if all the things... It's not like he wants me to do something that I'm not already doing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
If he wanted me to like smash cake in his face or something, then yeah.
That sounds great, honestly.
Okay, see, there's different girls for
Alright.
different guys.
Hey, all you fucking cake eaters. Holla. Alright, let's listen to the second one now. Because he might get a little bit more detailed and intense with it.
Yeah, I'm not really into, I'm into equality obviously because I'm disabled and I go through shit like that a lot as a blind person when people don't treat you the same. So yeah, I'm all about treating people as equals anyway. So I'm glad you're on board with that. So here's the thing then, are you someone that farts a lot or do you not? So the fetish would involve if you were around me, if you farted, let me smell it. I want to smell your bum, like smell your fart kind of thing. Do it around me, let me know if you'd be up for that. And that would seriously turn me on, like I said, no one's done it before. And again...
So he just said, like I said, no one's ever done it before. So it's like, so what it is he's not had somebody to do this fetish
It's
with.
a fantasy of
His, yeah. And so like, yeah. I'm like...
What if you had a real ripper though?
Oh my god! You can't say things like that to me when I'm in this condition. I might die.
In this condition.
A ripper. A ripper. Oh, like the cornucopia part? Like the fucking... Anybody hear that train whistle? Like
Calling all the
you.
bighorn sheep home.
Fucking cruise ship.
Okay. Wait, but the one thing I will say, this guy sounds hot.
I know. I think he actually might be, to be honest with you.
I mean, that accent, he just has an attractive voice.
Yeah. So one of your senses getting stimulated, baby. Alright, let's continue.
Okay.
And again, do you want to... I know it might be a bit forward, but would you want to meet up for essentially just a shag session this week?
Shag session.
Come around to
Okay,
my
Austin Powers.
Just fuck.
Just fuck.
Get out of the system. Because I need to, and I think you'll have fun, I think you'll enjoy it. I don't mind making you scream and making you squirt.
Okay.
He's very confident.
Yeah, he is.
I'm just saying. So now it's just full on like, look, let's shag.
He knows what he's looking for.
Yeah, he's looking for something pretty specific, and might as well be honest about it. If you're looking to just hook up and, like you said, get it out of your system, better to be upfront about it than just kind of mislead someone and whatever else. Like, yeah, it does feel sketchy, and it does feel like you're really kind of vulnerable and putting yourself out there, but it's like, you never fucking know. You might hear more no's, but the people that say yes to you are actually going to be people that are interested in you.
Well, and I will say, I feel like people are way more open sexually now. People are into all kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, please honestly tell us, and if there's like anything that you're into and you think that like we should know about it or educate us on it, like we're open to it, you know what I mean? We kind of know that whatever fucking floats your boat.
We're not open to doing it all, but we're open to hearing.
I don't know, man over here is looking for a fart knocker.
No, I'm not saying, listen. Fart knocker, oh my god. Third grade throwback.
Third grade throwback.
I'm just
but
saying,
you're right, if that's one of the
of
things.
all the fetishes of someone to have, it's not like he wants me to like crunch his nuts with heels or anything like super crazy. He just wants me to fart. I'm doing it anyway.
Right, you're like, I got one for you.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't want him to like smell my fart and then like immediately try to kiss me or anything. But I mean, if he had
Okay, but I wonder if you would get like jealous, like
of
if
a fart, if he only wanted me for my butthole.
Oh, well, I think there are some guys out there like that already.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, what if you guys were in public together and he smelled someone else's fart and he was like, oh, would you be like, that wasn't mine? Like, you're smelling someone else's fart. And he's
Yeah, that would be an issue. I feel like.
You know, it's like, is there jealousy when it comes down to that?
Yeah. Yeah. Are you smelling another lady's farts?
Yeah. And you could be like, oh no, that's mine. He's like, oh, this one's more nutty. You know what I mean?
Nutty. Oh my god.
Okay, so also special acknowledgement to the make you scream, make you sweat. Like, no, don't make her sweat. No one wants that. No one wants that sweat.
I like that he gets nasty, kinda.
I mean, yeah, he's out there with it. All right, let's see this final one.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I get you. Would you do me a fart in a voice message? It's a bit of a weird request, but be hot. If you could do a fart, like if you farted tonight, try and get in a voice message. Be pretty hot, let me know.
Okay, usually guys like send nudes, like show your tits. It's like send me a fart in a voice message, bitch.
Well, I mean,
First of all, I'm like download soundboard app,
best fart compilation.
best fart
2019.
compilation, re-record it like 5 times to make it sound like it's on a phone, and then you're like, here you go, baby. It's like a nice little.
Oh my god.
You know, you've got the variety. You've got the.
Okay, is that more or less intimate than sending a nude? Sending a fart?
That's what I
nude?
mean. Well, no, it's. I mean, is it kind of like?
Okay,
almost
wait,
like-
you guys tell us what you think. Do you think it's more intimate to send a nude or send a fart voice message?
Okay, let's. But what if they're not into that? To me, it's the equivalent of like phone sex, like saying something sexy, because obviously he can't see something. So for him, it's audio induced. So for people that can see, have that privilege, maybe what is attractive to them through their ears would be phone sex. The farting is like phone sex to him.
No, I think it still applies where it has to be a fart because, I mean, for the challenge to work because that's what he's into, and it doesn't affect you at all. It's just, do you feel comfortable sending your flatulence to a stranger?
Yeah. I mean, because you can't send him a nude.
Because it's something that like we're supposed to be ashamed of. Like,
Right.
It's farts are gross.
Yeah. Oh shit, hold on. Let me fast forward it.
Get in a voice message. Be pretty hot, let me know. Yeah, I'll be straight up with you. We don't have to have sex when we meet. This is going to be a bit of a weird request again, but it has been like ages for me. Would you have any, I know you're attractive, obviously you say you're attractive. I'll ask you straight up. Would you have any objection to me massaging your ass and having a wank? Because it's been a year for me, and I need to like do something, because like that, like I don't want for a year, do you know what I mean? So
Wait, what? What?
Wink.
He doesn't want to what?
Well, first he hasn't. I think he's saying he hasn't had sex in a year.
No, I heard all that, but he just said I haven't had a.
do something, because like that, like I don't want for a year, do you know what I
Hadn't
mean?
had a wank in a year. Wank in a year.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
I thought there was another part where he said.
Does it?
I need to like do something, because like that, like I don't want for a year, do you know what I mean?
I haven't had a wank
So
in a
would you have any
year.
objection to meeting up and, you know, massage your ass and have a wank kind of thing? And then obviously we can save the sex for some sort of connection. But obviously you don't need a major connection because we're not dating, we're just fucking fuck buddies. That's the great thing about being a fuck buddy, you can just fuck and not worry about it, do you know what I mean? But yeah, let me know when you want to meet up this week. I'm free most of the week. So never really.
I love this guy personally.
What do you think his name is?
Liam or some shit.
Niall.
Why are we naming like?
One Direction.
Yeah. Fucking
Harry. We're like, I mean, Prince William.
Every like English
Charles.
name.
I don't know.
But you know what? No, I appreciate how ballsy he is because like you know what? He has to have other outlets other than sight and aesthetic and things like that.
I'm proud of him. I'm like, get it, boy.
Well, and truthfully, it's like I feel like that's what we all kind of want. Anyways, like yeah, you want to be found physically attractive by somebody, but then it's also like ugh, like, is that really what you're all about? Like, there are other things that you can, like, dive into that can, like
farts.
turn you on. Like, fucking farts. I can dive
Farts,
in.
dude.
Want to massage your ass and have a wank. But, I mean, do what you do, dude. But I just love that audio because I hope that you guys did too. Because when I first heard it, I was not expecting that
I was
to
not
be
prepared.
what it was at all. And then that's what it was. And I'm here for it. Because to me, this is the kind of shit that I feel like I've heard on, like, your mom's house or whatever else. Just like, what?
Yeah.
Like, where the fuck did this come from? And I just appreciate so much that it's not been, 7 degrees of separation. It's like, oh, literally, I know the girl whose friend this is.
Yeah, you have some kind of a connection to this.
Yeah, it's authentic. It's 100%. It's real, baby.
It's all real.
God bless him. Here's to you, fart boy.
I hope he's getting the farts he deserves.
Me too.
If that's all he wants.
We don't need to fuck.
I mean,
Don't
there's
need to
people
fuck
who
right
want to
away,
like
that's why it's going to be
spit in your
fuck
mouth and stuff. All he wants to do is fart.
Oh, see that?
Okay, listen.
You know what? The more you're saying shit like that, I'm like, dude, farting is not
that bad. I was gonna ask you this the other day. I don't know how crazy you want to get on here.
Oh god.
Listen, I don't know how crazy you want to get on here, but I was thinking about. I feel like we're 30 something. We're 30 something years old. We've experienced some things in our life.
It's true.
And I was thinking the other day about like the weirdest thing that someone ever wanted to do sexually, and like whether you did it or not. I remember the one thing, somebody wanted to chew up food and then spit it back into my mouth, and I said, this is where I'm going to check out.
I'm calling the police.
Yes, but somebody felt comfortable enough to ask me if I was okay with that, and I said, absolutely not.
Yeah.
No. But people are I'm just saying that just goes to prove that people that you might be effing with right now, they might be into some weird shit and they just haven't asked you yet.
And they haven't told you, yeah.
Yeah, because people like weird stuff.
Yeah, I mean, again, whatever fucking floats your boat. Like, some people just have done something. Chuck Klosterman has, in his book, Sex, Drugs, and Cocoa Puffs, he talks about how the internet is the result of, like, or has resulted in, like, all these kinks. He's like, so, for example, if a guy likes being hit in the face with a frying pan, hands down it's because of the fucking internet.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's kind of true, honestly. Like,
well, yeah, like the
because that's sometimes the only way that you're going to be exposed to those kind of things. You might not necessarily have them done to you, but you're exposed to them like, oh, I like that. Like, all this incestual shit, I'm like, oh.
I don't think that the average person's imagination would go to these places, but then once they see it, they were like, well.
Yeah,
actually.
that made me feel some. It
yeah,
moved.
exactly.
It moved.
They would never have thought that that's what they liked. But then once they saw it, they were like, "This ain't half bad."
They're like me.
Yes, and I feel I have a joke about what a dangerous slippery slide that is.
It's a slippery ass slide down
Nasty.
the slope. It's nasty.
Okay, so Dion found us on Instagram.
Mhm.
We're gonna try to get him out to my next show down there. I have another show down there.
Oh yeah. Well, that's coming up in
By the time this comes out, it'll already happened.
Oh well, type.
Yeah. But when this does come out, I will be at the Tampa Fringe Festival.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 5 dates over 2 weekends.
Starting first weekend of
the
May.
3rd. Yeah, it starts the 3rd, and then there's 5 dates going throughout that weekend, and then finishing up the next week.
I'm excited for that. I know.
It's the first time that
she's like, it's like 2 weeks long, 3 days each, or whatever else, and I'm like, so do I get to go to all of them? She's like, what? Why would you want to? I'm like, cause.
I know,
like,
I saw that.
I'm like, I'd like to.
But it's the first year that they've allowed comedy.
They've Don't. You could be turning people on right now.
Oh my god.
Come
We're
on.
gonna sell burp videos.
Hey,
It's the
baby.
first time that they've had comedy in the festival because they have music, movies, all kinds of stuff.
That's cool. That's like multifaceted.
Well, yeah, and I was actually really happy because they had a group who was already going and someone had a last minute cancellation, and then I got nominated, and I was like, oh my god. what?
Okay, that's awesome.
No,
you, dude.
I was very, very grateful that they thought
Hell
of me.
yeah.
I was like, hell yes, oh my god, this is
Did
awesome.
you show girl some shit? You put some marbles down some steps or something?
I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It was Jeff, I would never.
No way.
But
We wouldn't take it.
yeah, I'm super excited. You know what?
That's such a cool concept. Just all the arts in one place kind of a thing.
Well, and you know, I feel like our area, I don't know if people outside of Tampa Bay and outside of Florida really understand, but we live in a very artsy area.
Yeah.
There's a museum on
very
every block
cultured.
of St. Pete and Tampa, it
Right.
seems like. There's music, art, there's always some kind of live performing arts. Like, it's...
Yeah.
There's always
Everywhere.
something happening. Yeah.
Theaters, tons of musicians.
Yeah, I feel like we take for granted how much performing arts we have, because some places don't have this, but we we have a lot of stuff.
No, we're
happening.
lucky because it's nice to have a city that's just has that in abundance. Even a little small town like Dunedin, you know, it's just art everywhere. So
yeah, because I work over there, and they had a thing where they were doing sunset music festivals starting up now, and just in a park, so you can just walk by and hear live music. It's nice.
Yeah,
I'm into little stuff like that.
I'm into fest. I fest hard. I festival.
Fire Fest.
Cella.
I was listening back to the last episode when we were talking about the trampoline park.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about, I forgot to talk about this last time, but, okay, so, anybody who might be listening to this from the other podcast, Mixed Feelings, would know that mine and Cassie's family can be very petty at times. And it popped up, it reared its ugly head again this past, when we had
Bella's
daughter's
birthday
party. Yes. Because my one aunt does not like cookie cake.
Okay.
Okay, which fair enough. That's fine. You
It's
don't
not
have
a
to
cake
like
for
it.
everybody.
But lately, both of my kids have requested that their last couple of birthdays. And of course, whatever my oldest daughter does, the youngest daughter low-key copies her.
Well, baby wants, baby gets.
Yeah, so they've been getting those the last couple of years. And a couple of years ago, she complained about it. We let it go. And I let it go this time too, but this is the second time where we've gotten cookie cake. And she'll go close enough to where I can hear her and then say to someone, I came here for birthday cake.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Wow, so that's petty.
Yeah, okay, listen. So I just want people to know, because sometimes I feel like people don't really understand where I'm coming from and like why I am the way I am. I could be so much worse, because these are the people that raised me. People who say stuff like that.
Like, I came here for the cake and it's this garbage again. And I'm like, cookie cake's legit. Or bring your own cake, I guess.
Exactly. So all the sly stuff and all the sneak disses I do, it could be so much worse. Like, this is the refined version.
Ah, thank God you've been filtered.
Yes, because my family will say any damn thing.
Oh.
They're wild.
They're wild. I came here for birthday cake. Okay, that's killing me,
actual
honestly.
birthday. Yeah, and she gets mad. This is the second year she's gotten actual mad. But, I mean, honestly, when I show up to a party and there's not a Publix cake, I get a little bit upset too.
There was a meme.
But I had a Publix cookie. I mean, I tried.
Have you seen that meme that says, come over to this birthday party, we're having cake, and it's like people from Florida. Is it a Publix cake?
Exactly.
And that is so true.
It is true. That is one thing that when I first got divorced and I was really down on my luck and things were hard or whatever, I made sure that every kid's birthday had a freaking Publix cake. We saved for that shit.
Yes.
I was like, we're not having this sad ass birthday.
No, we need that buttercream.
Yes. Baby. Buttercream, quarter sheet cake, baby. We're having a party.
Oh, come through. Get us a cake.
Hell yeah. We're going to Chuck E. Cheese. This was back in the day. My kids are old now. But
yeah. Now they fuck with trampoline places where adults
Well,
feel
listen,
unsafe.
you know what? I was going to say, I really hate when one person screws it up for everybody, because, listen, when my kids were little, I have, like, my oldest daughter is almost 14, they used to give you pitchers of beer at Chuck E. Cheese.
Did they really?
Yes, you used to get beer by the pitcher at Chuck E. Cheese.
Dude, so the adults were getting tore up.
Tore the F up. Because this is what they do at Chuck E. Cheese, and honestly, it's brilliant. They have a guard with like a turnstile.
Yeah.
And you get a glow in the black light stamp with a number, and the kid's number matches the parent's number, and you can't leave unless you have a matching number.
Okay.
Okay, so the parents would come in here, and people would get lit up like a damn Christmas tree. And these kids were going ham. Yeah, these kids were going ham. So these people who can't act right ruined it for everybody, because now, the last time I went to Chuck E. Cheese, probably like 5 years ago, and they had a new rule where you could only have one 16-ounce beer per adult.
They're still selling beer?
Yeah, but they went from unlimited pitchers to 1 pint per adult because people were getting so buck wild at Chuck E. Cheese.
Jesus Christ!
It used to be lawless. I feel like, listen, I'm not kidding. I feel like people who are having children right now, they have no idea how crazy it used to be just a few years ago.
Just
a few
I mean, because I know if you have your own birthday party for your kid, like, you can do whatever the fuck you want, but I mean, it's basically a casino. It's a child's casino.
Yes. Rat themed.
Fucking rat themed, rodent fucking casino.
Okay,
here's your tickets you spent $20 on, and you're getting like a pencil.
Wait, this is off topic for 1 second, but not off topic. Listen, because I want to go back to New York City soon. That's been on my list. When I go there, I need to interview people because I want to know real New Yorkers' thoughts on Rat Kings.
What the
Are
fuck
you
is
familiar
that?
with a Rat King?
I am not.
Okay.
Unless it says Nutcracker, and I don't even know if that's right.
Okay, yes, that is, but no.
Shit.
This Rat King is even more devious. That's when all their tails get tangled together and they can't escape each other. So it's this rolling mass of rats.
That's a thing.
That's a thing. And it happens in the New York subway system. Listen, I love
Fucking ambassador of New York City over here.
Yeah, listen, I love investigative reporting. That's my topic that I'm going to
Dude, I need people to tell me more about the rat.
I'm
Kings
going to hit
thing.
the streets.
I don't like that name. There feels like could be some sort of other. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna write to somebody.
Yeah, no, I'm ready.
Giuliani,
I'm ready
who
to
will
hit
tell?
the street. De Blasio.
Yeah, but Giuliani still has some, pull and push. Fuck. Oh my God.
Okay, yeah, Rat King, and then wait, what were we saying before that?
Cookie cake?
No. How did we get on Rat King?
I don't know. You did it. You want to go back to New York?
But we were talking about rats before that, and then I said Rat King and...
Oh, casino.
Oh, okay, Chuck E. Cheese, yes. So, yeah, so you used to be able to get wild at Chuck E. Cheese.
Mhm.
Which I'm not saying that was a good thing, ever.
And that place
I'm just
is
saying that's how it
fucking
was.
filthy. That place
Yeah.
is filthy. Shit in the ball pits, like shit in the slide.
Recycled pizza.
Recycled pizza. Yeah, there was that like Shane Dawson documentary on his like YouTube channel that was like this expose of Chuck E. Cheese, and they had heard this myth where when you order a pizza, it comes out to you freshly made. They supposedly make every pizza, and then when you get it served to you, there's all these like edges. The circle does not line up like a circle. It's all edged out, and like none of the cuts or the pepperonis match up and stuff like that. So the theory is that they take all the pizza that people didn't eat, they put it together to form a fucking Franken pizza. Yeah. And so that actually got national coverage because of that. Because he's such a popular YouTuber, and these videos he makes go, so insanely viral, that they had to like come out and make all these statements going, here's how we make the pizza, we cut it up and then we put it on the tray, it gets all jostled around, and like, they were really like, trying to explain themselves with this shit.
I can't tell you the last time I stepped foot in a Chuck E. Cheese, but I will say that I definitely think they've gone downhill. I mean, because when we were kids, they weren't
I
bad.
think we've just gotten older.
Well, I feel like they weren't that bad when we were kids. But the last time, I remember the last time I went to Daytona, my aunt was watching the kids for me, and she took my youngest to Chuck E. Cheese, and there was a birthday party, and there was a fist fight between mothers.
Oh!
And they said, let's take this outside. Well, Chuck E. Cheese is all windows. So,
Oh, God.
so everyone...
Outside is still inside, baby.
Exactly.
Oh, my
So
God.
these moms are just going... Throwing freaking hands in front of... And, like, little Sean is just sitting there like, what the hell?
Right.
Yeah, and we haven't been back to Chuck E. Cheese since then. And that was seriously, like, 6
You know what?
years ago.
I wonder if they got cookie cake.
Honestly, probably.
That might be what started the fight.
Probably. And that's the same aunt who doesn't like cookie cake, so maybe that's what turned her.
Yeah.
She saw that go down and she said, never again. Not on my watch.
We do the mom thing. Nuh-uh.
We're not having cookie cake.
Fuck. I would fuck up some cookie cake. I'm not judgmental when it comes to cakes.
Okay, you know what? I had a couple little things on here that I've just been jotting down. And one of the things that I was wondering, because I was just thinking about it the other day, because I have been guilty of this before. Can you think of there ever being a good time where someone should try to redate an ex?
I've not ever gone down that path, so I can't speak on that.
I have done it, and it never worked out for me personally.
I've never really seen it work out for anybody.
Me
because
either.
They're usually just kind of almost working backwards at that point.
Exactly. But I feel like whenever people like get back together with someone that they had like a crazy relationship
Yeah.
with, it's like you guys broke up for a reason. You guys not remember that?
Yeah. I mean, whatever floats your boat. Like I've already said 20 other times in this fucking episode.
Yeah, I mean,
But some people's dynamic, it just maybe wasn't the right time, and or it was a job situation or family stuff. And sometimes there's underlying factors that can cause a relationship to deteriorate. Other than
and I would just like to say about all things that we talk about, I feel like us saying this is like a general overview of what we think of the subject. Obviously, everyone has a different situation,
yeah.
so don't get all triggered.
Oh no!
If you're like,
that's the thing about you guys is that you've been really fucking cool, and I feel like you sort of get where we're at with stuff.
Yes,
like, we're not experts on anything. We're just here shooting the shit, just like you guys, but we kind of broadcast it and put it out there, so it's kind of out there. But no, but I mean, I think some people, I mean, shit, there are people that cheat and that can, you know, end up getting back together and stuff. Just sometimes people do have that true, unconditional love, and then sometimes I feel like people get back together because they don't know anything else, or they're kind of lonely, or they're scared, or who knows whatever the reason is, but I would say, I don't know, I feel like you almost kind of need to be somewhat different people to try again. Do you know what I mean? Because
something revolutionary had to have happened.
Yeah, some sort of like milestone or something where like you both grew and you really learned something or whatever else.
Which can happen.
Yeah, well, there are people that have been divorced that have gotten married again.
Yeah,
you know?
And I do, you know,
which
honestly,
I love that shit. Honestly,
I was gonna say I do love to hear that kind of stuff because I forget who it was, but I met somebody and they told me that their parents had separated for 12 years and then they got back together and they're like have never been happy.
Yeah,
I love to hear that kind of stuff.
No, yeah, that happened to someone I know. The parents divorced. I think when this person was like maybe like 18, and now they just got engaged again.
Yeah, but
like they're literally gonna do like the remarry thing to each other, which I'm like, that's cool.
Which I love that kind of stuff, but I'm not for like you keep breaking up with Chad because he won't quit spending all of his money on his dirt bike.
Right.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
He's not gonna stop spending.
No, and sometimes when it's like tumultuous, like you just don't see it for what it is. Sometimes love can be blinding and all that bullshit idioms, but if you can, you know, resolve something, and sometimes you just know, friendships are that same way, where you just kind of know, this is worth it, this is worth being worked on, you know, and that's what makes those people...
Know when to throw in the towel and what's like, this is totally workable.
Yeah, because sometimes it's the dynamic between the two people, and sometimes it truly is an individual out of those two people, where there's, I feel like, an issue, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it truly is one person that's like, fucking it up. Yeah, and it just could be something personal or life or whatever the fuck it may be. But yeah, that's what I would have to say. Some good time to go by. You know, there's got to be a pretty good gap year there before I think you holler back.
Well, this is another off topic. We're doing a lot of switches here. I just had a lot of random thoughts on my mind.
I'm here for it.
The other day, me and my kids had an argument because I think, well, first of all, what do you think the top tier cuss word is?
Ooh.
Like, what is the Mac Daddy, the worst one?
The C word.
Oh, you think the C word?
I think that because I think collectively, like Family Feud #1 survey says, that's what most people would say, is the C word. See you next Tuesday.
Yeah. I know exactly which one. Because there was only 2 words.
To a kid, I feel like they don't know what that is, so I would say fuck.
Yeah. Okay, I think that I still have the child's mentality because I think that it's F. And
girl, you act like we don't fucking cuss on here all the time.
Yeah, no, fuck.
Fuck.
But,
no, yeah, fuck's up there, and that's something, I mean, when I even hear certain people say the word fuck, or if I hear the word fuck in like a song that you don't expect to hear the word fuck in, I'm like, it's a triggering, it causes a visceral reaction, so you're like, oh, it's either like, oh, or fucking, ooh, like oh shit, something's going down. Why, did they try to say that's what it was?
No, my daughter did not think that fuck was the worst cuss word.
What'd she think?
She said she didn't know, but definitely not that one.
Okay.
Like, so I guess the young children aren't even fazed by that word. Like, that's not even a big deal anymore.
Or she's just trying to play you to be like, yeah, I don't know about that one. Which ones do you think are the worst? And
no,
then she's
she's just
going to jot down like Cocksucker.
No, my kids know. I don't get super vulgar. I don't say cocksucker or anything like
No,
that.
God,
in front of
no.
them, but I do cuss in front of them, and I've cussed in front of them forever, and they just know they're not allowed to say it.
Yeah, but you don't like shoot your mouth off like crazy. Like
Oh no, and I'm not saying horrible. I'm not like, well, fuck them up the ass. Like I don't say
Yeah.
horrible things, but I
No.
will say like, damn it or shit. Or like,
Right.
I cuss.
Yeah, because it's normal. I think it's good for like, I mean, I think it's normal for kids to hear that sort of, I don't know, verbiage from a parent every now and again, because they're gonna hear it eventually. So it's like
I still vote F is the king cuss though.
I agree, except
See you next Tuesday. Yes, that is okay. That was what I was gonna say. When I was growing up, my mom cussed like a sailor. I said, like, I got in trouble because I would sit in my high chair and say son of a bitch because my mom cussed so much that that's all I knew was cuss words. But even her, she would never let us say see you next Tuesday. And if anyone ever said the N-word, she would go.
oh no, that's the worst.
My
Because
mom,
that's not even to me like a cuss word. That's not even.
no.
That's not even like.
My mom would
in the
literally.
yeah.
My mom was SJWN before it was cool. Like she was from
As a what?
social justice warrior.
Oh, got it.
She's been on it. She does not play. That would literally make her transform into like a she-wolf. She's like, what did you say? Like, it was crazy. And I mean, I never. So to this day, I do not say that word.
No, I remember you telling me that. You're like, I
Yeah,
just don't
because
fuck with it.
It was when
In
I
a
was,
positive way, in a negative way, just nothing. You just don't.
honestly, the only time I ever say it is if I'm really into a rap song and they say it and I'm just going with it. But
Right.
like in casual in any conversation, I'm never gonna choose that word. I just
No.
never say it.
Right.
Because my mom made it seem like she would.
Also, if you by now don't know what Amanda looks like, Amanda's black, so just so.
Oh, okay, yeah. If you've never, if you
Or maybe
just
you're a
listened
blind
to
person
audio-
tuning in. You
Yes.
don't know.
And we don't have any fart videos, but I can tell you that
I'm black. I'm not.
yeah, my mom's white and my dad is black. I'm honey brown.
Swirl,
I don't know what color
baby,
this is, but
swirl,
I'm very
swirl.
brown.
I
Very
like
brown.
it.
But yeah, it was, I don't know. It was just.
I hate it. And you know what? There are even just certain other words that I just.
No, so
even
to
like
this,
the R word, I get that it's not like super, to some people it's not super,
Okay, I have to, and if we're gonna be completely honest, I have to check myself on that word because to me, I've never said that about someone who actually was. So, like, to me, I have like that 12-year-old brain where I'm still like,
if someone's actively trying to make a change, I'm not going to shit on that because I'd rather, you know, try to get better instead of just, well, this is just what it is.
No, I agree 100% because it's like, you know, if people do try to make a change, they don't even get credit for it. So
Right.
what is the incentive to make the
Right.
change for the positive when you still get treated like
Yeah.
your old crappy self? So
Right, exactly. Well, just like even in the first episode where we talked about the guy that, the Kisses payment guy.
Yeah.
And every single person we've told that story to has been so horrified and been like, holy shit, me too. And they're right. For this day and age, they are right.
But a lot of people have also said,
No, that's what I was going to
Yeah.
say, is that a lot of people have said, but at the same time, it was a different period of time. You were a different age, like what things were acceptable. And at the end of the day, we didn't feel forced into
yeah,
anything.
and
We
nothing
didn't feel
actually even
unsafe.
happened. It was just a weird innuendo and suggestion and
Yeah, and some people have actually said that they found how we sort of discussed it to, like, they appreciated that we weren't so, like, over the top and, like, you know, gonna create a witch hunt on this guy sort of a thing because he made a mistake. We talked to him about it later in life and we're like, you're not still doing that, are you? He wasn't, and that was it. And you could tell he was fucking mortified by it, like...
Well, I think that something that a lot of people lose is that you can react to something without overreacting.
Mhm.
You can tell someone, hey, that's not cool.
Oh, I don't
but you
like
don't
that,
have to
yeah.
be like, you know what? First of all, you're a trash person. I want to know everything about you. I'm going to put your shit online. I'm going to do the like. Some things are just like a hey, let's not do that.
Yeah.
And you leave it at that, and that's all it takes.
No, yeah, be direct about it, but yeah, I'm not a fan of the
Yeah,
witch
not
hunt.
everything is a pitchfork ordeal. There are
Yeah.
some things that
Oh,
are.
fuck yeah. There's some things where I'm like, light the torches, get
Yes,
the pitchforks,
there are some
go to the
things
castle.
I'm ready to burn this motherfucker
Yeah.
down. But not everything is that. And when you make everything that, then the things that actually, it's totally the boy that cried wolf. When
Right.
everything is a 5-alarm fire, when we actually have one, no one's that excited about it. Like,
Right,
no one's
it's
up
like
in
that
arms
one.
about it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
Yeah.
with you, man.
You can only be on level 10 for so long before you get numb to it.
Mm-hmm. Don't say bad words. How about that? Everybody just stick to fuck shit,
And cunt.
and cunt. I mean,
See you next Tuesday.
to be honest with you, that doesn't really even affect me that much anymore.
I actually like that word. You know,
my boss is English, so I'm like, I hear everything, and it's just like, maybe it's a generational thing, but like that word doesn't do anything to me. Honestly, if anybody's like calling me a name, I'm just like, okay, like.
My mom's gonna have a heart attack if she ever hears this.
Oh God.
She'll be like, you know how I feel.
You know how I feel about all that? Oh God, you guys.
Well, listen, I do have to say that we gotta wrap this episode up because, listen, it's Game of Thrones night.
I get it.
Julie's about to get
Kicked out.
Well, she doesn't have to get kicked out, but you can't talk through the episode.
Oh, I would never. I'm not one of those fuckers. I'm like, yeah.
But real quick, we have to play. Our friend Brian had weighed in on the Gleek versus whatever.
Well, we asked, in the last episode, and we actually posted on our Instagram, what you call the name of the spit that is voluntarily or sometimes involuntarily done from the underside of your tongue. Mm-hmm. We discussed that everyone, and even on the comment section, I would say about 90% of it is Gleek.
We did have a couple wild cards.
We had wild cards. Someone said snake spit, which I had mentioned before. Skeeter.
I hated that one.
No one said yang, and then there was another one that was like, there's another really fucking good one. But yeah, weigh in on
Okay, yeah, so our friend Brian called in, and this was his message. And if you guys have any audio messages like this you want to send us, you can always send them to our email.
Yes, it could be about farting.
Anything. FriendTimePod.
You can
at gmail.com.
You can fart and send it to a voice message. We might wank to it.
Listen, if we wink to it, we're not going to tell you. It's friendtimepod at gmail.com, and here's Brian.
Julie, Amanda, what's up, friends? Just wanted to contribute to the under-tongue spit debate. Yeah, it's definitely gleeking. In middle school, I used to say cute shit like, Brian used bubble attack. It wasn't very effective. But
bubble attack?
As annoying as that was, it's even more annoying to hear that it's not being called gleeking. So, if they call it anything else, they're fucking wrong. Anyway, crack another beer for me. Hope you're having a great time. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, Brian.
Okay, yeah, they're not living right if they're calling it anything other than gleeking.
We got a tongue squirt. Okay, we got a tongue squirt. I kind of enjoyed that, to be honest. Lurch. Lurch was one. And then a snake spit. Skeeter, you mentioned that. Lurch kind of fucked me up a little bit. Someone said glee. And I said, to confirm, you're saying glee with a T,
Wait,
right?
wasn't that the show that got canceled on Fox?
That's Glee.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Glee. But everybody else said Gleek, so that's wild. We've got actually another question.
Yeah, we'll leave you with one thought. We'll leave you with one head scratcher, I guess.
Yeah, we always kind of have these random questions that we continue to ask each other or ask strangers, kind of like the gleeking thing. And I feel like we should just try to come up with one every episode that you guys weigh in on. And it's not...
Anytime we have one, we can just come up with it.
We're just going to come up... Yeah, that's what just... It's going to happen.
It's not every episode, but whenever we come with them, we're going to bring them to you.
Yeah, or
we need to know.
Or if you guys have what... I mean, and they're going to be wild questions. It's not like, what do you think about... They're mostly going to be wild. You asked this one, and I fucking love this one. And I have like 5 questions that when I meet people now, gleeking is one of them... This is one of them, and then I have a couple more that we'll get to another
this
time.
got brought up because one night I was out with my friend, and she showed me that, and she was talking about this friend of hers who had just gotten mixed up with this wrong crowd and blah, 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 and then she was talking about his no-good girlfriend, and she said, yeah, and she has 3 front teeth. And I said, well, excuse me? And she said she has 3 front teeth. She showed me a photograph. This person, it appears, does have 3 front teeth. Okay.
So like middle in the very middle and then 2.
Yeah. So imagine the 2 front teeth that you have now, cut those and you have 2/3 of what you actually have, but then now there's another piece.
Yeah.
So the question now that I want to ask everybody, and I've asked people, especially when I'm drinking at bars, I like to ask strangers this.
Hold on, I have to just say this. There's no modifications.
Yes.
No changes.
No aftermarket. It's simply a this or that.
Stock.
No gray area.
No gray area. It's either 1 or the 2.
Yes. Okay, so the options are, would you rather have 3 equal size front teeth and they will take up the same amount of space that your current 2 front teeth do now? It will just simply be 3 instead of 2. Or would you like to have 1 large front tooth that takes up that same amount of space?
Yeah.
Those are the only 2 options. You
So
can't
a
be
big
saying,
old front tooth that's the size of 2 front teeth, or 3 teeth that's the size of 2 front teeth.
because people love to say, I'll keep what I have. That's not an option.
I'll draw a Sharpie down the center of it. Doesn't count.
There's only 2 options.
I'm going 3 teeth all day.
I always said 1 tooth.
No, because that's just like.
But I have to admit, I'll admit when I'm wrong, which I don't think I'm wrong, but I will say that I'm in the minority. Of the surveys that I've done, I'm definitely in the minority thinking 1 tooth. But I would like to hear what you guys think, and we will post a photo on our Instagram because I actually have a close-up.
No, fuck that. I was going to say, fuck the close-up of that girl. We need to Photoshop our goddamn teeth.
But I do have the photo evidence just so you get an idea of what a 3-tooth mouth looks
yeah,
like.
and
So-
just to see where it spawned from.
Yes, so you'll know the inspiration for that. And I have to watch this battle and probably cry for Game of Thrones. So I gotta
You're
go.
like, so Julie, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, we got to go.
Guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Please subscribe, rate us, leave a comment, leave a like, share it with somebody.
Yes, we did send out some koozies, the last wave. If you still want a koozie, we still got some.
Yeah.
Message us. We'll be happy to send them to you.
Yes, and the ones that you do get, send us a little picture of your, and these will not fit them, so we're like, ooh, we might need to revisit an idea
I
for
know.
some tall boys. But yeah, take a picture of it, and then, use the hashtag show us your cans, and we actually have new ones that are coming out that will have the hashtag actually on it. Show us your cans, because we want to see what's up.
We're trying to see what's up. We
We're
want
trying
to
to see
see you
what's
guys. Trying to get interactive.
Interactive. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
That was good. That's fun.
That was fun.
Dude,
I don't know if you
feel
know
like
this, but you literally said gay at one point in this, and you were like, I'm just 32 now, and I don't say that anymore, and I wanted to be like, you said it earlier. You were like, blah, 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 gay.
Whoop.
I almost died. Yeah, so you might. You're like, yeah, like when I was 12, like, fuck yeah, I was dumb, but now I'm 32, like, I know what to do. And literally, you go, gay.
Oh my god.
I love it. Oh. That's for you. Amanda, that does not get shown to anybody ever.
I'm mailing it to the guy.
Tell me you won't ever do
I'm sending it
anything!
to the guy in Britain. He's been waiting.
Stop! Okay, how do I turn this off? I'm sick of this.
And it happens in the New York subway system.